Full Effect Media. It's summer. Morning coffee. Wordplay A.
Episode what, 4?
It's 4.
Episode 4?
It's 4.
Put the 4s up, y'all.
Fours.
Episode 4. This is a good episode. We saved the best for the summer. You know what I'm saying? For the end of the semester. Who we got?
We got, y'all introduce yourself. I don't want to steal the shine. This is about you guys. Go ahead.
Hi everyone, I'm Mel, also known as Goose, and I am the former BSU Vice President, also a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Turn up.
How y'all doing? I'm Lance Price Jr. Former president of Black Student Union, member of Alpha Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, the untouchable Epsilon Alpha Kappa.
Hey, now.
But real quick, rep your Greeks.
Man, nah, this ain't just about I'm letting them have it, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Olay to the good brothers, though. That's all I'm saying, y'all, man.
100. Basically, we'll be talking to these two individuals about the past year and their past experience with BSU, just to get us out of you guys' minds. So y'all ready to get dissected?
Let's get it.
All right, let's go.
Yes.
Let's get it, man.
The first thing I kind of want to ask you guys. First off, ma'am, congratulations on graduating.
Thank you.
I feel like
Thank
that's
you.
dope. You made it through. A lot of people don't make it through. They come here, they party, they kick it, but they don't make it through. So that's always an accomplishment.
Thank you.
All right, first thing I want to talk about is, obviously the past school year and you all being in this leadership position as you all were. What were like some of the obstacles and challenges that you all, encountered coming into this position?
First, I would say probably lack of experience. Everyone, including ourselves, were new. Our e-board was new. So it was the first time for everything. Everything was the first time. So we made a lot of mistakes, so we learned.
I think one of the biggest kind of like hurdles we had was coming in and trying to change the culture. You know what I'm saying? Of a whole organization. We really had to do a reboot and reset, and work with people that haven't had the opportunities to reach out, work with different student organizations, give presentations. So there was a lot of coaching, a lot of teaching to get people to the point where they could, be independent. So it was good.
Okay, how did y'all split up the responsibilities and the workload between president and vice president? Was it straight equal? Did the president take on more? Did the vice president pick up a lot of slack? How did you guys do it?
It's kind of like we both have our strengths, we both have our weaknesses. So for instance, fashion show. I don't know a thing about fashion. So automatically.
What you in the fashion show? You ain't show your face?
I showed my face, but
Okay.
nothing too serious and nothing too deep. I said that from day one, and I know she has a thing with the fashion show. She's worked it in the past, so she was able to handle all of that, making sure everybody was where they needed to be, and I just made sure the lights were on.
And that's the biggest event y'all have, right? Okay.
So
every year.
That's kind of the way we do it. We both have some strengths and weaknesses, so we play off of them.
I kind of feel like the fashion show has taken a mood of its own, so to say. It's kind of become more of a citywide event for real, and I think that's dope. You guys won most supportive organization on campus this year. Was that in the draft? Did y'all sit down and say, hey, we're gonna win most supportive organization, let's do it. And fist bump,
Them we're gonna show up here.
Right.
It didn't just fall in place like that.
I don't think you sit back and you think about what type of awards you're gonna win, because I don't think you should sit back and think like that. I think you should just be genuine and be you. And then if you sticking to what you know, I think the awards just they come. And I think that's something that happened. If you were at the awards, award ceremony that they had, they actually listed off all the different organizations that we collaborated with, that we worked with. It was a long list. She wasn't even done saying the names before I went up there and got the award.
Wow.
So to be able to come back and really help people out and really help people in a way where it's tangible proof, and it's not just saying we signed some checks, but we actually showed our face and put some work in. That's real. So.
I think like Lance said, our mission was to change the vision and viewpoint and culture of how BSU was viewed from years past. So in order to do that, you can't just say it, you have to do it. So we really did show up at other people's organizations, and it's really not that hard. It's just you have to extend that offer.
Right.
Most times student orgs, although all of our offices are in that one hallway, people don't really know each other and talk to each other. So we had the idea of presidents and vice presidents meeting together throughout the year, at the end of the month. So we did a lot more meeting with other orgs than I think previous leadership in NBSU and stuff.
Now, I can say, just from the outside looking in, I've been here for, I know we said how long I've been here, for a long time.
It's okay, bro. Me too, bro. One day I'm gonna finish. I wasn't born when I first started.
But I did see BSU spread its wings, in my opinion, this semester. It was dope to watch, man. I mean, although I really got a gripe with y'all that never got my sweatshirt or my t-shirt or nothing. But y'all spread y'all's wings, man, I'm telling you. And I want to ask, how were you able, or were you able at all, to make sure to solidify that and secure that for semesters and years to come, to make sure that continues to grow, it just continues to get better rather than stay stagnant or regress?
One of the lines I really heard was that a real definition of your leadership isn't how the organization looks when you left, but how it looks, some time down the line after you stepped away. And I think one thing I can say is that we coach. We definitely coach, and from day one we told everybody, this BSU stuff, we a family. You know what I'm saying? We all look out. We started that culture. We hold each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? And we looked out. And I think that was I didn't talk. You get to talking. You get what the question was. Right. You know what I'm saying? But what was the question? Hold on.
How does BSU keep growing?
How did y'all work to make sure that it continues to go that way?
So we have a program called the Freshman Leadership Program. We have, I believe, 13 graduates of that, or freshmen that, we do leadership activities with them. We have them meet all the different faculty members around campus. We have them put on their own programs.
Now, the current president, well, the president to be, I guess, wasn't she part of the freshman leadership program at one point?
Yes.
And the vice president too, or no?
Yes.
Okay, so that's smooth. Okay.
And then, in addition to go along with that, we gave people the opportunity to have their own ideas, their own events, their own programs. So you didn't see Lance and myself hosting every event. You know what I mean? So we really let either the e-board or committee members hey, I had an idea, like Gabby. She came in and helped with the women's empowerment event. She got to put on and highlight her own blog that she had. So BSU is to help the Black community, but we really want to help people who work for us help themselves. So shine light on what they do for fun and what their passion is.
And you can use Full Effect Radio, as an instance.
Definitely.
BSU, we're blessed to have, the resources that we have.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know the situations of a lot of other student orgs till I started, actually take this role over, and you see wow, we really are blessed compared to a lot of orgs. So I feel like we can't be petty with this money. It's for everybody. And I know using the David Banner, for instance, before we did David Banner, as far as Full Effect is concerned, the school, there wasn't asking y'all to come to an event or anything like that. But because we were able to have that platform where not only is Full Effect getting the shine in front of everybody, but now you just set yourself up to be in the future where the school is going to reach out to you directly. And I think those are the type of moves that, as we sit back as BSU, I can raise my hat on and say, that's raw. That's what I came here to do, because that's how you open up doors for people, and that's what BSU is about. So.
Speaking of David Banner, I thought you definitely had a question about that.
Yeah, I did.
That was amazing for this man right here. I think he's still high off of that.
I really am. I have his picture on my refrigerator. It's signed, and he retweeted me that night, and it was amazing. Anyway, you guys brought some really, really big names. So heavy hitters, so to say, to this campus. You guys brought David Banner and Casey Clark to this campus, and I think that's huge. Now, when you're dealing with celebrities and people that are in the limelight and that have all these different strings and everything attached to them, there's paperwork that has to be done, contracts, things like that. I want to know, what did you all learn from that experience as far as talking to people in that position and in those industries? What type of obstacles did you guys come across? What type of challenges did you guys hurdle over? You know what I'm saying?
I would say one of the major things is for any student org who's looking to bring someone, make sure you tell them what you want them to do. Okay. So many times people have their own agenda, I'm going to college, I'm going to do this script, this routine. No, this is what we want at the University of Toledo. So we had plenty of conversations with OMSS and who else helped with David Banner?
Brothers on the Rise.
And the Brothers on the Rise,
Dr. K, I know Dr. K.
See, that's what we didn't know, and that's what we wanted to get to too. I like all of those collaborations that y'all had. That's kind of what we wanted to get to, because the behind the scenes and the footwork and groundwork is what people don't see, and that's what really gets the job done.
Mr. H was big on that David Banner. Mr. H helped with the contract. Mr. H helped with.
Mr. H is
Henderson Hill.
Okay, cool.
And he works in the OMSS.
Yup. Okay. So he's a big time help. You know what I'm saying? And because you got to think about it, we're all students, but when you talk about BSU, it's not like an org. It's kind of like a company.
Exactly.
To be honest with you,
It is a company.
We trying to, we have class, we have work, and on the side we sitting here trying to make moves with a budget of almost $20,000 and handle it. So it's kind of like it's a lot. So having Mr. H be able to help out and have that support, and because of that, working with Mr. H, I even told him that I think, moving forward, other student organizations definitely need, more support across the board, especially people graduating. So a lot of different opportunities came out of that. Mr. H is a good guy. So.
Now you spoke on it being more of a company than an org, and I kind of always looked at it like that too, because BSU isn't just something that's particular to one university. That thing is nationwide. You know what I mean? And I looked at, and I think other students too, look at BSU as kind of the leader of the black community on
Absolutely.
campus. So we have all of these other orgs, and it's a big. What do you want to call
Umbrella.
it? It's a big umbrella, and you guys.
BSU is the umbrella.
Yeah, you guys. You know what I'm saying? You guys had that. You know what I mean? And was that a challenge? Did you go into that knowing? Were you ever conscious of the fact that of how you're perceived by the other black orgs and students as being the leader for us? You know what I mean? I feel like everybody else falls under BSU, and I'll go as far as even say like the Greek orgs and Full Effect Radio and everything. We kind of fall under that umbrella of BSU. And when people look for the black student body on campus, they always start with BSU. So were you ever conscious of that, and did that ever come into play in your decision making and the way you move?
Personally, I would say I was conscious of that. What I was not conscious of is the faculty and the staff and the administration who come to us first.
Okay.
So students, yeah, I was like, cool, I'm vice president. I know I'm gonna have these students who come to my meetings, this, that, and the third. But like what I did not know is that as president and vice president, you're asked first out of student leaders to come and interview for new positions that they're hiring. So whether it's the director of student affairs or a provost or anything, like you're sitting there at the table interviewing someone for the university. That's huge. That's something that I didn't know. That's
I didn't know
something
that.
Exactly. So you're having, and like Liam said, we're students too, we work. So on top of all of that and on top of BSU programming, we're literally servants of the school. We're sitting in on interviews, we're sitting in on discussions of how to make the university better as far as diversity planning or like parking plan. Like, there's a lot more that we do that's not just BSU. That's the whole realm I didn't know that I was getting myself
That's
into.
smooth. I didn't know that either. That's amazing.
I have a question. Now, there's been a lot of gripe, I guess so to say, about how the black student body is represented on this campus. Do you think that the faculty and staff have done a good job as kind of, getting us more represented on campus, getting our events out there more?
I think we need to hold ourselves accountable, to be honest with you. I feel like the black faculty, staff members, that I come in contact with, that I talk, they're very, helpful. They want to show support, and they do show support. They do look out. But if you're not showing up, can't nobody help you out. And I think we really need to make a challenge, especially, to students of color on campus, to go out here and get involved. All the students that I see that get involved and are on campus, putting in work, that translates to once you get that degree and you get out here into the real world. So a lot of these people that I see, not even just BSU, but Full Effect, 4AW, from LSU all the way down the board, those people that come out and put in that extra work, they're the ones that tend to be more successful. So I think, if anything, we need more people to be around in that pool so that our black faculty staff can even help out. You know what I'm saying? They can't go into your dorm room. They can't go into your house and help you out.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? There needs to be some layer of accountability.
So now, the things we got to wrap up, y'all. So I want to ask my last question. I think would be any words of advice for the new cats, man.
I want to name drop real quickly. Kayla Wright.
Kayla Wright. And I feel like I said, my perspective is always outside looking in. I try to think of just a regular person from that viewpoint. They seem real hungry for this position, for these positions. They seem real hungry and real happy to do it. So what words of advice, as vice president and president, do y'all have for those two coming in?
Incumbents.
I tell them just have fun with it.
Okay.
If you don't love it, how you gonna expect anybody else to love it? Just go out there and do it with a smile. And remember, people don't know who you are till you tell them. So step up, own it, know that you're out here, and be bad with it.
I like that. Say it again.
People don't know who you are till you tell them.
That's dope. Okay.
And that's what I told them. So if you look at how they're moving, they got the T-shirts going, they got the cup,
early.
And that's what it's about, man. That's the culture we tried to start here. So.
Well, definitely in closing, I just want to say you all did leave them with some really big shoes to fill, and I think that they're going to do a good job.
We do too.
Thank y'all, man. Appreciate it. Hey, you want to close us out, wordplay?
No, let's just go out like that.
All right.
Yeah.